Hey guys, in this chapter, we want to add an icon resource to our Modo kit, to our Modo Diver Kit. And basically, we want to add here a icon to this pop over form button. So we have an icon like all the other kit entries in this form, and also have some icons for for stuff that we later create, but just creating some simple dummy icons here. So the first thing we need to do is open the browser, go to the Modo SDK website and search for resources. There actually are more than one way to add icons to our Modo kit or to buttons, but the icon resource is the most common way for adding icons to kits. So we click on this icon resource. The first important part here is, of course, explanation and this piece of config that we get here. Um, the fields table. So this config here has as location, as a type here, location, and we want to change this to grid. The next important part is here the standard icon sizes and names. The most common sizes are small, 20 by 20 pixels, and for large buttons, 32 by 32 pixels. So we want to make a grid in Affinity Photo with, I would say, a grid with 8 by 8 grid. Correct? No, or 4 by 4. We will see. 128 by 128 matches good with 32 by 32, and make a transparent background. I changed here my raster to 32. Mm. Okay, the 4 by 4 grid. Yeah, we're good at math. So first, I want to just add here D for diver. I think that is okay. I make this void. Second, I can use a square. Mm. This will be good. Third, I can be a circle. Yo, yeah, that's okay. Um, okay, back to Modo system. Open user folder. Kits, Modo Diver, and in the chapters before we defined this icons folder here. So we copy the path. Mm, back to Affinity and File. Export. We export this here as PNG. You can also use TGA or any file format that Modo supports, and we export this. Paste this path here in this, whatever it's called in English, and we give it a name. And the name is Modo underscore diver underscore icon resource large. And we saved it. Okay, we do this a second time. Now we import this for the small icons, and small icons have a size 20 by 20 pixels, so 4 times 20 is 80 by 80 pixels. And we export this, and we just change the large to small. Okay, easy. Now we don't need this anymore. We go to System, Open User Folder, Kits, Modo Diver, Configs. And we take one of those forms here and just duplicate this and rename this. And we call this this is the right one. We call this Modo Diver underscore icon resource this. This is fine. We open this. We delete everything out there. We go back to the SDK side. and just copy the config example here and paste this into our newly created config file. Okay, nice. So I give this here an empty line for better reading, and here and also here. Okay, the item type is UI elements because icons are UI elements. It's nice. The type is image. The key is image key. We give this here our own key. Our own key is modo underscore diver underscore. I just call this IR for icon resources large. This is okay. The next one here is the path. For the path, we go back to Modo system, open user folders, kits, Modo Diver. In the index CFG, in the chapters before, we defined here this alias, and this is something we need here. So we copy this out and copy this into this line. And then our folder is icons slash whatever now the name of the icon resource images are. So no, we take the large first, copy this, and replace this here, and write point PNG. It's important that we don't make a mistake here. Every mistake we make in this config, every tiny mistake leads to a config that doesn't work. Okay, and this is actually how we define here the actual single icon. So hash type icon is okay. The key, we want to give this our own name, and this is the name we use in other configs or in the Modo UI to activate basically the icon. And the first thing is, I think, we had a D at first, so we call this Modo point diver point D, and now underscore 32. Yeah, for the suffix for the large um, icon sizes. Correct? Correct. Okay, the source is actually the key here. So we copy this out without those duck feet. Modo Diver ER large. This is okay. This is cool. Then we have the location. So we actually have no location. We have a grid. The first icon is on column 0, row 0, and the cell size is 32 by 32. And now we can copy this and paste it this 2 times. Okay, I think the next one is a square. So we give this a name square. This is on column 1, row 0. Then we had a circle, so we place only the D's here. On column 2, row 0. And that's it. This should work. What we need to do now here is we just go copy this Modo Diver point D without the underscore, without the 32, because this is just a suffix. And we restart Modo. Okay, system, form editor, find form, and we choose the Modo Diver Kit's menu form, whatever it's called. It's a Modo Diver modes tail form. Okay, and we can add the Modo point diver point D to this command here, and we see nothing happening. So let's check the Modo Diver modes tail. Okay, icon mode is just text only, so it's dry. Text and icons. No, doesn't work. So we just defined large icons. Most this form here just uses small icons. So icon size is here small. Let's test this on large. Works. Okay. Try the different versions here that we have. We have circle. Works. We have square. Works. And back to D because We only want the D for this menu at the moment, and we close Modo. So now we want to define the small icons, and we just copy all this here. And we can just pass you this down below. Nice. Okay, we have to change the key here from large to small. And the icon resource has a different name, correct? Large, small instead of large. Cool. Okay, we need to change the suffix here to 20 in every line. Then we need to change the source, like this here, to small. Again, for every icon. And then we have the cell size, right? This is 32 by 32. For the small ones, it's 20 by 20. 20 by 20, I just copy this here. Yeah, it doesn't look so good, see? Okay. And we place this here and here. We save this and we close this. Everything is good here. We have not made any mistakes, and this is a good thing. So we start Modo. Okay, cool. Modo Diver mode tail. We change this to large icons, and now we change it to small icons. We get a small D, and let's try. Circle works. Square works. Correct. We change this back to D. This is just the thing we want to use here for the moment. And I'll change this here to icon only. So we have a small D, which works, which opens our Modo Diver base form, right? Correct. Okay, that's it. Basically, what we want to do is we want to export now this form here. So we save this. Save this on the desktop. Diver temp. Okay, I go to the desktop. I'll open this diver temp. And now we have all the changes here. So we have on icon mode and our command here in the Modo diver base form also use the Modo point diver point D icon. This is cool. So I copy this and I go back to the configs of the Modo Diver Kit, and I change. I think let's take a look which we have to change. Okay, correct. We have to change the Modo underscore diver underscore modes tail CFG. Open this and just replace the stuff from the new config and save this. So in my case here, I just reset Modo once to take a look if everything works. So I hope I save this. But in your case, you don't have to do this. If it's correct, then it's correct. Okay, works. Everything is fine here. Opens the form. Last check. Does it still change? Yeah, change the button. Large icons. Also, everything is good. Yeah, and this is how you add icons. You can now use this icon resource everywhere, at every place in Modo where you want. We can even change this icon here to Modo point diver point D, right? And we get a D there. This is cool. They now have a universal usage. And yeah, that's it for this chapter. Thanks for watching.